ओम विष्णुपाद परमांस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तरशतशीर्षि अभय चरणारविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की इस्कॉन संस्थापनाचार्य बीबीटी पौंडराचार्य सेवियर ऑफ द होल वर्ल्ड विश्वगुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। Reading from Srimad Bhāgavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 3, Krishna is the source of all incarnations. Text number 19. Panchadasham Vamanakam Panchadasham Vamanakam Krutva Advaram Balehe Krutva Advaram Balehe Padatrayam Padatrayam Yachamanaha Padatrayam Yachamanaha Pratyoditas Tripistapam Pratyoditas Tripistapam Panchadasham Vamanakam Krutva Advaram Bale Padatrayam Achamana Pratyodistu Tripistapam Panchadasham Vamanakam Krutva Advaram Bale Padatrayam Achamanaha Pratyaditus Tripistapam Panchadasham Vamanakam Krutva Advaram Bale Padatrayam Yachana Pratyadishtam Panchadasham Vamanakam word meaning. Panchadasham, the 15th in the line. Vamanakam, the dwarf Brahmana. Kritva, by assumption of Aga, went. Advaram, arena of sacrifice. Balehe, of King Bali. Padatrayam, 3 steps only. Achamanaha, begging. Pratyaditushu, willing at heart to return. Tripistapam, the kingdom of the 3 planetary systems. In the translation and purport by Divine Grace, Abhijnana Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. In the 15th incarnation, the Lord assumed the form of a dwarf Brahmana, Vamana, and visited the arena of sacrifice arranged by Maharaj Bali. Although at heart he was willing to regain the kingdom of the 3 planetary systems, he simply asked for a donation of 3 steps of land. Translation with repetition. In the 15th incarnation, the Lord assumed the form of a dwarf Brahmana, Vamana, and visited the arena of sacrifice arranged by Maharaj Bali. Although at heart he was willing to regain the kingdom of the 3 planetary systems, he simply asked for a donation of 3 steps of land. The Almighty God can bestow upon anyone the kingdom of the universe from a very small beginning, and similarly, He can take away the kingdom of the universe on the plea of picking a small piece of land. Thus ends the Bhaktivedanta. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Gnananjanashalakaya Chakshurmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Nitinam Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Prachani Nirvishesha Shriyamati Pacha Adesatani Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Shri Vastani Namaskar Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Mukam Karoti Vacha Kripam Mahameshwara. So we are in the third chapter of the Srimad Bhāgavatam, where we are hearing various pastimes of the Lord's incarnations. So every incarnation has purpose. In general, as we know, the Lord appears to protect his devotees or to establish religious principles. Just like in the previous verse, the Lord Narasimhadev appeared to protect Prahlad. And in many other previous incarnations, the Lords appeared to give some knowledge or to give some kind of teach some qualities. But here it is, as if you see the translation, the Lord appeared to take away the possessions of a devotee. That is also in a cunning way, asking for 3 steps and taking away all his possessions. If somebody asks something less and takes away more than what they ask, what we call it as cheater. So here, Lord Vamanadev is the greatest cheater. It's a big scam, a kind of one hidden agenda. He has come asking for 3 steps and take away everything from his devotee. He not only taken kingdom, his possessions, he takes away his spiritual master. He takes away his body. Practically, he takes away everything from Bali Maharaj. And when he takes away everything, and when he is not able to fulfill his promise, what he will do? What he do? He punishes. Looks like he is very cruel. He is very merciless. Let's see, understand in details this pastime. Why Lord did this pastime? So, when the Lord appears, Lord teaches various principles through his devotees and as well as other various the personalities who are associated with the devotee. So there are a lot of lessons which we can learn in this pastime of Bali Maharaj. Once, Bali Maharaj, as we heard in the pastime of the Amrita Manthan, Samudra Manthan, there was always a continuous battle between Devatas and as well as Asuras. Sometimes Asuras used to be victorious, sometimes Devatas used to be victorious. So it is a continuous thing. At one war, Bali Maharaj got defeated by Devatas. And Indra was so happy, so she finally defeated the Bali and all Asuras. So he was enjoying. But next day, he saw Bali Maharaj came with even bigger army, even lot of more enthusiasm, big lot of prowess, the kind of courage, prowess has came next day. And it is surprises Indra. Yesterday only I defeated Bali Maharaj. How today he came, got so much army, so much opulence, so much prowess, confidence to again to come and have one more battle. So at that time, he inquires his spiritual master. Who is Indra's spiritual master? Who? Indra's spiritual master. Brihaspati. So he asks Brihaspati, why it is? So then Brihaspati tells, he pleased his spiritual master. Even though he has lost the battle and he has lost things, again he has done some activities. So he pleased his spiritual master. He got the blessings of his spiritual master. Who is the spiritual master of Bali Maharaj? Who is the spiritual master? Shukracharya. So when one get the please of spiritual master, even though he has got defeated, materially lost many other things, the potency of the spiritual master presence is so much, he again regained that all the strength. We can imagine here a non-devotee, the person is like Shukracharya. If he is as a spiritual master, if he has so much potency to bestow on his dependent, his follower, what could be the potency of a pure devotee, spiritual master? How much he can give to his dependents, his disciples. So it is in a practitioner, spiritual practitioner life, one of the biggest assets in his life is the blessings of his spiritual master. If you remember in another one in past time, where the Indra was very strong, but he insulted his spiritual master. When he was sitting on a throne and when his spiritual master, the Brihaspati, enters the arena, he did not offer respect, he offends. So immediately he loses all the powers and he loses the battle. Same in the case of even Karna. Even though he is a very great person, he has learned all the skills and abilities from his spiritual master. Who is his spiritual master? Who was the spiritual master of Karna? Parshurama. Right? So, but he tells a lie to Parshurama. So because of that, Parshurama gives a curse to Karna. So you will lose, you will forget all the knowledge, whatever you have learned in that crucial time. And same time, if he pleases a spiritual master, he will get an enormous strength, enormous the knowledge just by pleasing a spiritual master. That's why if you see in all acharyas, in our parampara, always they used to give credit to their spiritual master for whatever the activities they have done, achievement or accomplishment they have done. Srila Prabhupada always used to remember, I am just one instrument. Everything is due to by the mercy of my spiritual master. Once, even there was one disciple of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Maharaj. He asked a question. They were traveling in some vehicle, and he asked the question to Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Maharaj. Maharaj, you are a great scholar. and you are a very learned person, and you have extensively preached everywhere, traveled across, and established so many Gaudiya but your spiritual master is a Bhajananandi. Who is his spiritual master? Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj. Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj was a Bhajananandi. What he used to do, just like yesterday we heard in the Bhāgavatam class, he used to sit next to a public toilet and used to chant. If anyone comes to meet him, he used to show away, not used to entertain. So, your spiritual master is a Bhajananandi who is focusing only on bhajan, and you are a Goshanandi, you are going everywhere and spreading this message. So then it tells the vehicle they were traveling. In the vehicle, the vehicle is running, vehicle is making a lot of noise. Then he compares, see, I am like this vehicle who is making a lot of noise. My spiritual master is like a fuel. Fuel won't make noise, but fuel is not there, vehicle is useless. So then he tells to his disciple, my spiritual master is like a fuel, I am just like a vehicle who making a noise. See how acharyas recognizes their spiritual master's blessing or the presence or whatever they're receiving from their spiritual master. So, in the case of the Bali Maharaj, he received the blessing from Shukracharya. That's how he got the prowess, and again he started attacking on Indra. And after some time, again, Bali Maharaj defeated Indradev. So, Indra and all Devatas lost everything. They lost their kingdom, they lost their positions, lost their opulences, and they lost their all the abilities. So at that time, the mother of Devatas, who is the mother of Devata? Who is the father? Who is the father? Kashyapa Muni. And who is the mother? Aditi. Right? So, mother of Daityas is Diti. So, Aditi saw the pitiable condition of her sons. Which mother will be happy when sons lost power, position, opulence, and then don't have a place to stay, residence. They don't have a residence to stay. So which mother will feel happy? No. The mother Aditi was very feeling sorrow. And she went and she approached Kashyapa Muni and accepted and asked, says, you are my master, you are my husband, you are my master. You can only give a solution to my problem. My sons are lost everything. So, at that time, the Kashyapa Muni is a very realized soul. He makes a statement. Oh, foolish lady, you are thinking me as a master. You are a foolish. Actually, I am not a master. Actually, Lord Vasudeva is a master of everyone. If you come with this problem, what I can solve your problem? I cannot give any solution to your problems. So, if you want solution to your problem, you go and approach Lord Vishnu, who is a Vasudeva. So then he recommends to take up a process called Pitavarna. There is a one kind of breath. So he asked him to take up that. She asked, Kashmir asked to Aditi to do that Pitavarna. So here, in everyone's life, we come across many material problems. If for material problems, if you dependent on only on material solutions, so what happens? That material solution is a temporary solution, and after some time that solution will turn into another problem or bigger problem. So many things we can see. At one point of time, it is promoted as a very, very great advantage, beneficial to humanity, and after some time, that itself has turned into another poisonous thing. So that's why in a society, even there are some material solutions are required just as an external covering, but internally society has to look for spiritual solutions for material problems. It should be a combination of both. External covering has a material beauty to look for material solutions, but internally one has to look for a spiritual solutions. So what Kashyapa Muni did is, he gave a spiritual solution for Aditi's prayers. That's why Shastras mention that whatever you have, some material problem, whatever the problem, what you have to do? You come to Vasudeva. Akama, Mokshakama, Sarvakama, Udaradihi. Akama means no desire. If you have no desire also, to whom you have to approach? You have to approach to Vasudeva, Krishna. If you have a Mokshakama, you have a desire to attain the liberation, then you have to approach. Then that also you approach Krishna. Are you Sakama? Sakama means any kind of material desires. In that case also you approach Krishna. For all problems, there's only one solution, Shastras are mentioning. That's why it says, one who does that, they are called Udaradihi. Udara means broad, very big. Dhi means one have intelligence. Even in Bhagavad Gita also, Krishna says, who are the four kinds of people who approach to Krishna? What they call it as, what Krishna called them as. Who are the four kinds of people? Artho. Artho means? Arti means? Only answer is coming from one side, not from the back side. Jigyasu? Inquisitive. Jnani? So what all these four people put together? Sukritinaha. Dushkritinaha and Sukritinaha. So, and finally after few verses he says, all four are great souls, Mahatmas. See, even for material purpose, somebody is going to Krishna and asking, Krishna is considering him as a Mahatma because he has come to me. So, okay, so then, so for material desire, somebody is going to Krishna or somebody is going to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. What Chaitanya Mahaprabhu does? In Chaitanya Charitamrita, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu mentions, He says, gives an example, somebody is coming with a material desire. I want this. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is mentioning that he is a fool. Why is a fool? He is from the place where he can get the nectar, he is coming and asking me poison. From the place where he can get the nectar, what is going and asking? He is asking for the poison. He says, he is a fool. But he says, I am not a fool. Even though, as a devotee, just asking, I want this, I want this. He is even though that devotee is a fool, but Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is not fool. He is saying that I am wise. Even though he asks for the poison, I will give him the nectar. Just like a child wants something materially which is harmful or risky or dangerous. What parents will do? Play some trick and give something else which is not harmful to the child. And finally, what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu does, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, with that, he dadami buddhi yoganam, gives the finally a realization and an understanding to that devotee how that material desire is an insignificant thing or not a good thing. So he has to take up the devotion. So that realization, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu makes he does in such a way that knowledge is manifest in the art of the devotee. That's why if you go to other devata, what they will do? They will do this thing. What other devatas will do when you go with some material desires? I want good job, I want good wife, I want good children. They'll say Tatastu. They will bless with their good children. They'll give blessings and you'll get a good children, good wife, good opulence. So you can continue your material life forever. But Krishna or Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they won't do that. So, in the case of Aditi, when Aditi comes here and submits in front of the Kashyapa Muni, and Kashyapa Muni suggests, she immediately accepts without any kind of questioning the husband. She immediately accepts to do the Pitavarna. So it's a sign of an ideal disciple. Ideal disciple never questions the spiritual master. In that way, of course, it questions in the mode of understanding, not in the questions in the mode of challenging. So it says there are three kinds of disciples. One disciple is when you rebelliously ask question to spiritual master and won't accept easily. Another kind of disciple is he just executes as soon as the spiritual master gives instructions. He executes as a matter of duty. Another kind of disciple is he before spiritual master is asking by knowing the intention of spiritual master, he executes it. Before he is getting instruction, only he executes. He is the best disciple. So we can see how a spiritual master who is properly situated, he connects everything, his disciple, with whatever the challenge or situation comes, he connects him to Krishna by giving an appropriate guidance. That's what the Kashyapa Muni did. So when the Aditi executed this Pitavarna and Lord pleased with her austerities and Lord Vamanadev appeared. Lord Vamanadev did not appear as a small baby and then grew up. No. Lord Vamanadev appeared as a dwarf Brahmana directly of that age. Of course, yes, initially it appeared as a Vishnu form, 400 form, and then again transformed into a dwarf Brahmana. So when he was appeared, all the devatas, from the different celestial planets, they were so jubilant and they were showering flowers and they were glorifying the Vamanadev. And then again, Vamanadev immediately wanted to execute his purpose, his mission, why he has appeared. So immediately he walks into the sacrificial arena of Bali Maharaj. Where was Bali Maharaj performing? Sacrifice. What sacrifice he was performing? Bali Maharaj. What sacrifice? Ashwamedha Yajna. So, in the Ashwamedha Yajna, as soon as he enters arena, it says, Bhāgavatam describes, even a small boy is entering the sacrificial arena. So how it was, what happened to all the people who were present in the arena? As soon as the Vamanadev entered, they all were surprised to see such a brilliant, effulgent person entering the arena. It says it was looking like 1,000 suns have entered the arena. And everyone able to feel, oh, something is, this small boy is not ordinary. Something is a divine. Practically everyone stood up. And Bali Maharaj also saw the small boy. When Bali Maharaj saw the person is more effulgent than him, generally in the assembly, king is considered more effulgent, more attractive, everyone's attention will be on the king. But here's another person who has come is more effulgent. So when he came, actually Bali Maharaj became very jubilant, very happy. In the previous past situation where I explained, when Bali Maharaj came with a bigger, more army after he got defeated by Indradev, next day he came with a bigger army with more prowess and more strength. The Indradev God felt envious. That's why he went and approached his spiritual master, Brahaspati. How we can got this energy? How we become so energetic? When the person somebody is more energetic than us, there can be two kinds of feelings. One can be envious, other one can be more happy. So Indradev became more envious, and Bali Maharaj became more jubilant when he saw the Vamanadev. So actually, it's mentioned that envy arises in the person's heart. It chokes the mercy flow. Whatever the mercy is supposed to receive from spiritual master, that it is blocked by the envy which is in our heart. That's why it says Bhāgavatam is meant for Paramo Nirmasarana. In the case of Bali Maharaj, he was very jubilant, he was very happy to see the more effulgent person than him, more powerful person than him. So he felt actually really more obliged and more grateful. Oh, such a person has come to my arena. So I should serve him. I should wash his lotus feet. See? So because he felt very grateful, very jubilant, feel very gratitude. Because of that, the mercy flow happened to him. The Paramatma who is sitting in his heart, he was rightly guiding him. When we feel envious, what will happen? We'll get deviated and we will uh, get into a wrong activities. Our intelligence start working in a different direction, wrong direction. This is the difference. So then, as soon as he received the Vamana, he washed his feet. See, this is the culture in a Vedic civilization. Even though he was a small, young Brahmana, much younger in age, even though Bali Maharaj is elder in age and he was a king, still he received him and he gave a throne place to sit him and he washed his feet. So in a Vedic culture, there is always respect was given to for the spiritual values rather than even the age or than the opulences or than the positions. Generally, we'll respect one by age. Oh, I have to respect people who are elder, more in age, or more in opulence. Opulence can be wealth, opulence can be knowledge, opulence can be anything else. We will respect those people who are more opulence. So, but or somebody with a more bigger positions, we'll respect them. But beyond all these three things comes is spiritual maturity of a person. Even though somebody is a more younger, but is spiritually more mature, the respect has to be given to him first. So that's what happened when the Shukadeva Goswami entered the arena where the great sages were there and Parikshit Maharaj was there. Even Vasudeva was there, Narada Muni was there. When Shukadeva Goswami, 16 years old boy, entered the arena, what Vasudeva did? Stood up. What Narada Muni did? Stood up. All great sages were in the arena. They stood up and offered respects to Shukadeva Goswami because they know how great is Shukadeva Goswami. So then, after offering all the respects to Vamana Dev, then he asked, "What benediction you need?" So the Vamana Dev asked, simple as all of us know, he asked for 3 steps of land. Actually, when he asked 3 steps of land, Bali Maharaj tells to him, why you are asking only 3 steps of land? If you want, I can give one highland. What you will do with the 3 steps of land? You don't know your own well-being, Swartagati. You don't know what is beneficial to you. So that is how Bali Maharaj took. But the Shukracharya is a very, that way is intelligent. He knows what is going to happen. He immediately understood this person is not an ordinary Brahmana, he is a Vishnu. He is going to cover in 2 steps, he is going to cover everything. So then 3rd step, where he will give, where you will give, what you will do. So don't give. So see, even a demon also, sometimes devotees looks like less intelligent. Devotee don't know what is going to happen next. Demons are very intelligent, they know everything, what Lord will do next. But still, devotees are dependent. Even though in their some extent they don't know what is going to happen, but they are dependent on Lord. Whatever the Lord does, He does the best. See, in that sense, sometimes that ignorance is also good. What is going to happen the next, we don't know. We are dependent on the Lord, we are acting. Even that's one sense, that's good. So, here why the Lord is asked only 3 steps? He says, these 3 steps are sufficient for me to my existence to maintain, manage. Actually, the Lord is teaching here important one quality for a practitioner, for a devotee, is simplicity. A devotee should have a simple in his approach, in his attitude, in his activities. He has to, because if he is simple, he can give more time to his devotion. If he is a complicated, he has to spend more time on managing those complications. If you see, it's as simple, how we get ready in the morning, just we take bath and then apply tilak and come. If you go any other karmis, for them getting ready is a big task. If you go and see in bathrooms, there will be some 20 creams, so many lotions, so many hair oils. For every one part, some 4-5 bottles will be there. That's why they make those bathrooms are so grand and so nice, because to apply all those things and spend that much bathrooms, they need a good aesthetics. So how devotee life is simple. Just go, take bath, apply tilak, wear dhoti and come to temple on. So what all this, some 20 creams won't give that effulgence, that brightness that we'll see in the face of a devotee who is wearing a tilak, which is very, very cheaper when compared to that cream. Right? So that's why in every aspect, devotee life is simple. So that's what here Lord wanted to teach to Bali Maharaj also. For me, 3 steps is sufficient. For you also, 3 steps is sufficient. Why you want to acquire all these upper planetary systems? Why you are wasting your time here? He wanted to teach Bali Maharaj in a very hard way. Of course, there is one aspect, but another aspect, he wanted to glorify his devotee. He wanted to glorify. So, when sometimes when we are not understanding the Lord's intentions, Lord will, even as a guide, as a master, as a teacher, takes us through some hard steps to teach us some basic things. So, in that way, we should be happy for that. So, Lord is in our life and doing things. In an outside person, in a karmi's life, his destiny is controlling all the things. In the case of a devotee, the Lord is acting. That's why even such a chastisement, how devotee takes is different than, much different than how a non-devotee looks into it. So, even as if you see, because that simplicity is the foundation of our devotional life. If you see our acharyas, Goswamis, how they were simple, even though being the great elevated personalities, they were so simple in their life. Just wearing one loincloth and staying under the one tree, and they used to manage their entire affairs. So that's why devotees' activities, as we are advancing in our life, how to judge our advancement, or we are becoming simple in our activities, or we are becoming more complicated in our food, in our dressings. Practically, if you see Raghunath Das Goswami, what he used to accept as a prasadam, the rice grains which are coming from the drain of Jagannath's kitchen. He used to collect the rice grains and he used to accept that as a Mahaprasada. He used to manage his day with that. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to know about this, then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu goes and pleads him, I want that prasadam what you are eating. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu snatches from the hand of Raghunath Das Goswami and accepts the rice grain which has collected from the drain of Jagannath's kitchen. So, even though Srila Prabhupada has established a grand, very opulent organization, in one sense, we see in that way Srila Prabhupada established this organization where devotees are leading a much more opulent life than non-devotees. A super luxury life. So, super luxury in the terms of sadhana, super luxury in terms of calmness of mind, super luxury in the terms of peacefulness in this matter. So, that's why the Lord wanted to teach these things. The Lord, that's why He asked for 3 steps of plan. So, as soon as the Shukracharya denies not to give what the Bali Maharaj did, he took a pause, start contemplating on what his spiritual master is mentioning and what happened in the past. He recollecting all his spiritual master's teachings and then remembering Prahlad Maharaj. My grandfather, Prahlad Maharaj, he was such a great devotee. He was ready to go to any extent, do service to Lord Vishnu. Then he makes a statement, I am not afraid of anything in this world, Bali Maharaj. I am not afraid of any death, punishment, chastisement. I am not afraid of any of these things. I am afraid of not fulfilling my words. The day comes where I have committed, I made some promise, I am not able to fulfill. I am afraid of that situation. See, in that way, how much we have to give serious listening to our commitments. As a practitioners, we take commitment in front of Srila Prabhupada, following chanting 16 rounds and following 4 regulative principles. How we are serious should be towards that. We should be actually scared of that. Oh, when any one day, if I am not able to chant 16 rounds, Krishna, that day never should come in my life. If something happened and that day you are not able to chant, that should be great matter of pain. Today I am not chanted, not able to complete 16 rounds. Or today I am not able to read, I am not able to follow some things. See, that pain has to come, that pain has to be there. Not like, okay, not chanted, okay, what is there? I'll chant another one day. That is not. So, then he says, giving up in this world, generally, giving up wealth is a more painful than giving up the body. Giving up the wealth is more painful than giving up the body. That's how people feel for their opulence. They feel so attached. So then he says, no, let me practice it now. Let me take the step now. Tomorrow I don't know what will happen. So today, let me give my opulences. Even though I'm going to lose all my opulences, I'm okay. Anyhow, one day I have to do that. So in that way, the Bali Maharaj rejects the order of his spiritual master, and then he asks the Lord to accept, to continue, means his steps. So immediately the Lord is a Vasudeva. He is a Vasudeva means he's all pervading. For him is not a big thing to cover everything. So immediately, with the two steps, he covered all the upper and lower planetary space, everything covered. So then, at that point of time, what is there? See, to see such a thing is shocking, surprising. Don't have any other, no clue what to do. In such a scenario, practically, if everyone would have, others would have been, what would have, other persons would have done? Okay, see, I want to promise to give 3, but you covered everything, 2 steps, what I can do? So it's not my mistake, it's your mistake. I cannot do anything, nothing. But what Bali Maharaj did? See the humility of Bali Maharaj. You know, the Lord has covered with 1 feet, he has covered entire the upper space and lower space. At least now with me, I have this small head, which is very insignificant, very small. At least I have this much, let me give this much. Sometimes it happens when we go for some ask for donations. Sometimes some people think, Prabhu, हम इतना बड़े नहीं हैं, हम इतना नहीं दे सकते. So if you're not able to give more, at least give some little. They feel, no, if I give little, so it's not good. What others will think, or what Prabhuji will think. If I give some little donation, I'm getting less salary. If I give little donation, Prabhuji will think. If I give 100 rupee donation, what others will think? No problem. Today I have 100 to give that 100. What Krishna does, miracle will come. Here the humility of the Bali Maharaj is really, we need to contemplate. And he was there, he told, oh my Lord, now I left this small space, please keep your feet on my head. All devatas were happy. See, now Bali Maharaj has lost everything. He lost all the kingdoms, all the planetary systems. Now Lord is going to punish him. But Bali Maharaj is rejoicing. What you did not give it for Indra, what you did not give for other devatas. Did Vishnu give his lotus feet on Indra's head? And Brahma said? No. He gave that opportunity to Bali Maharaj. Where all sages, great devotees do some years of tapasya. Lord, we want to have the glance, we want to see the effulgent rays which is coming from the nails, lotus nails of the Lord. To see that Jyoti, sages will do tapasya for millions of years. For such a big thing, here Bali Maharaj, the Lord has blessed his lotus feet on his head. So then, okay, Lord want to show, go one step ahead. As soon as now is completely not fulfilled everything. So what is happened? Immediately Garudadev comes and Garudadev captures the Bali Maharaj because promise is not fulfilled completely. So then when practical Garudadev binds him with a rope, in that time, with the humility, the Bali Maharaj bow down his head. He is not thinking the Lord is exploiting me. He is thinking that I am such a wretched person, I am not able to fulfill Lord's commitment. So, in that scenario, even though it looks like he has lost everything by giving to the Lord, but actually he got much more thing than what he has lost. So I'll try to read the translations from the Bali Maharaj offer prayers. O best personality of Godhead, most worshipable for all the demigods, if you think that my promise has become false, I shall certainly rectify matters to make it truthful. See how much one should have a kind of a courage to make this statement. Accepting a mistake is not an easy thing. And second thing is, even in that statement, when you lost everything, also when you know I'm ready to correct myself. When you have a lot of things, then you can tell. But when you are losing everything, still you making that statement is not is a big is a lot of courage is required here. I do not fear being deprived of all my possessions, living in hellish life, being arrested for poverty of the robes of Varuna, or being punished by you as much as I fear defamation. Although a father, mother, brother, and friend never may sometimes punish one as a well wisher, because you are my most worshipable Lord, I regard the punishment you have given me as most exalted. The punishment given by the Lord is considering as the most exalted, as a honor, this feeling. The Lord, pleased with the great tolerance displayed by Bali Maharaj, gave him a place not obtainable even by the demigods. Bali Maharaj was asked to live in the planet called Sutala and especially protected by the Lord himself. At the point of time, Lord tells, so now I am so pleased with your tolerance, where you have exhibited the quality of Atma Nivedanam, giving everything to Lord. See that intelligence when you have lost everything, at least you have thought there's a space, my head is there, I can offer my head to Krishna. See that intelligence. See another intelligence, after having a lot of things, not able to give even 1% to whatever the opulence they have got from the Lord in return to the Lord. See, that is another demonic approach in the society now. So that's why the Lord was pleased with that. And Bali Maharaj was asked to live on the planet Sutala, and then he told, Lord told, I am so pleased with you, I want to serve you. I want to become your security guard. See the Lord's, how he was pleased. For Arjuna, he became a chariot driver. For Bali Maharaj, he became a security guard. That's what the one who gives to Lord is a never loser. We can purchase a Lord with a pure devotional attitude. If a small child just does something which is pleasing a Lord, what father will do? Father will become just ready to do anything for that child. So we should become such a humble and such a nice child to please our Father. That is the only thing we need to do in our life. To develop that devotional attitude. And see, in another scenario, of another incident, where we know all the devotees are remembering the Lord, Smaranam. Devotees glorifying the Lord, contemplating the Lord's pastime. In another one pastime, when Lord Krishna meets Uddhava, and he explains to Uddhava about Bali Maharaj. Krishna is explaining to Uddhava about Bali Maharaj. What happens? It's mentioned in the Nectar of Devotion. Lord Krishna glorified Bali Maharaj while talking to his friend Uddhava. My dear friend, how can I express the glorious characteristics of Bali Maharaj? What we do, we cannot glorify Lord. Lord has so many qualities, unlimited qualities. Even Lord Ananta is not able to glorify, complete it. But here Krishna is telling that how I can glorify Bali Maharaj. The son of Virochana, although the king of the demigods was cursed by the son of Virochana, and although I cheated him, Lord is accepting, I cheated him in my incarnation as Vamana, taking away his dominions throughout the universe, and although I still criticized him not fulfilling his promise, I have just now seen him in his kingdom, and he feelingly expressed his love for me. Even though he has punished him, taken everything, all the possessions, and then still he lovingly accepting the Lord. He says, "You are my master. Either you kick me or embrace me." That's what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says. Asli Shiva Padaratam Pinastumam Adarshana Dharmatam Karotuva. What Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, you are embrace me or you kick me, you are my master. Or we have this kind of conviction. Because this kind of conviction is a need for a devotee. At the moment of a death, every person has to go pain of 1,000 scorpions biting at a time. 1,000 scorpions biting at a time. Such a adverse situation. And the situation is like that we have lost everything at that moment. At that moment, just like how Bali Maharaj has lost all the opulences, all the religion, everything, spiritual master, everything he lost, even in the case of every person, this situation will come at the moment of time, practically, even though he has everything, he has nothing. So in that situation, if somebody has to remember a God, means he has to see death, he has to see a God in the death. Yeah, he is a devotee, one is properly practiced, he won't feel that I am going to die, I am going to suffering this pain. No, he won't see that. You see, I am going to meet my God. Next moment, हो गया अभी कुछ ही moments बचा है, next, I am in Goloka. I am going to serve my Lord eternally. So he rejoices that moment. He won't feel why this much pain has given by Lord to me. He won't feel that. So for that, today, whatever the pains comes in our life, we should take that in a right spirit, and we should acknowledge Lord's presence in our heart, in Lord's presence in our life, and we have to see the Lord's mercy, and we have to be grateful to the Lord in all situations. By good or bad, insult or victory, failure, defeat, in all situations, we should be grateful to the Lord. For that, if we should develop a love towards God, then only that is possible. That love possible only when we follow instructions given by spiritual master. So in another scenario, in another pastime is explained, success of a disciple is not in some achieving, accomplishing big things in his life. Success of the disciple is following the instructions of his spiritual master, or attempting to follow the instructions of spiritual master. That is the success of spiritual disciple's life. Attempt. Am I making an attempt? ये करना है सर, अटेम्प्ट में कर रहा हूँ नहीं कर रहा हूँ. If attempt ही नहीं किया मतलब ये failure है. Actually, if you see, by own our endeavors, we cannot get all these things. We cannot remember Lord at the time of the death. It's not possible, not at all possible. It's possible only by the mercy of spiritual master. For that, to attract that mercy, one has to put 100% attempt in his life to fulfill the instructions of the spiritual master. That is the only hope. That's why he says, Srila Prabhupada in his Vyasapuja offering, his divine grace is the only hope. So in our life, Srila Prabhupada is the only hope. So we need to follow these instructions. Otherwise, that kind of dedication, that kind of commitment never comes in our life. And finally, when death comes, who knows when it comes? And we will be blank at the moment. Or we will be shouting that much. So if you want to chant Hare Krishna at the time of death, for that we need to prepare from today onwards. Okay, Srila Prabhupada ki